All right, guys, welcome aboard. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're learning whatever it is that you're learning. For those that follow my channel and actually follow my cybersecurity videos, today I'm going to be tackling the Advent of Cyber 2024 and the day two. To be honest, I didn't quite, uh, I didn't go through this yesterday, which is the day that this day two was released. So I will be tackling this just now. Okay, click here to watch the walkthrough video. Okay, this is the walkthrough video from Tyler Ramsby, right? Uh, he's a he's a penetration tester. I think he works in the industry, and I've enjoyed plenty of his videos. He's helped me a bit whenever I was struggling in some TryHackMe videos. So I'm glad to have multiple people that are in the cybersecurity industry just teaming up to actually make this Advent of Cyber pretty fun for us, cybersecurity students. So that's what we'll be tackling right now. So the day two, right? So I understand that these are just walkthrough videos, which I will tap into them if I need them, right? So as for the first day, just to recap on what we found, it was a MP3 converter URL, right? That it was unloading a couple files. We inspected the second file. It was executing some kind of PowerShell script, right? Which is dangerous stuff. We don't want that. So yeah, okay, we concluded that that was the case, and we managed to get all the flags. It wasn't that big of a deal, right? So let's go through the day two, right? Day two's name is one man's false positive, it's another man's potpourri. Okay, the story. So it's the most wonderful time of the year again, and it's also the most stressful day for Wareville Security Operations Center SOC team, right? Despite the overwhelming alerts generated by the new and noisy rules deployed, Wareville's SOC analysts have been processing them non-stop to ensure the safety of the town. However, the SOC analysts are now burning out all of the workload needed before Christmas. Numerous open cases are still pending, and similar alerts are still firing repeatedly, making them think of the possibility of false positive out of all this mess. Now, help the awesome Wareville SOC team analyze the alerts to determine whether the rumor is true. That Mayor Malware is instigating chaos within the town. So true positives or false positives? Okay, in a SOC, events from different devices are sent to the SIEM, right? Which is the single source of truth, where all the information and events are aggregated, right? Certain rules, detection engineering rules, are defined to identify malicious or suspicious activity from these events. If an event or set of events fulfills the condition of a rule, it triggers an alert. A SOC analyst then analyzes the alert to identify if the alert is a true positive or a false positive. An alert is considered a TP if it contains actual malicious activity, right? On the flip side, if the alert triggers because of an activity that is not actually malicious, it is considered a false positive, right? This might seem very simple in theory, but practically, separating TPs from FPs can be a tedious job. It can sometimes become very confusing to differentiate between an attacker and a system administrator. Okay, so these are just the case scenarios. This looks back. Oh, how sophisticated. Must be an APT. Oh, it's just a system administrator. Okay, making a decision. While it is confusing to differentiate between TPs and FPs, it is very crucial to get it right. Yeah, of course. If a TP, it would be TP is true positive, right? Is falsely classified as a false positive, it can lead to a significant impact from a missed cyber attack. If an false positive is falsely classified as a true positive, precious time will be spent focusing on the FP, which might lead to less focus on an actual attack. So how exactly do we ensure that we perform this crucial job effectively? We can use the below pointers to guide us. So using the SOC superpower. The SOC has a superpower. When they are unsure whether an activity is performed by a malicious actor or a legitimate user, they can just confirm with the user. This privilege is not available to the attacker. A SOC analyst, on the other hand, can just send an email or call the relevant person to get confirmation of a certain activity. In mature organizations, any changes that might trigger an alert in the SOC team require change requests to be created and approved through the IT change management process. Depending on the process, the SOC team can ask the user to share change request details for confirmation. Surely, if it is a legitimate and approved activity, it must have an approved change request. Yeah, that's right. So then context. While it might seem like using the SOC superpower makes things super easy, that is not always the case. There are cases which can act as a kryptonite to the SOC superpower. Okay, if an organization doesn't have a change request process in place. Okay, yeah, that could, yeah, I see that. So the performed activity was outside the scope of the change request or was different from that of the approved change request. That's odd, right? The activity triggered an alert, such as copying files to a certain location, uploading a file to some website, or a failed login to a system. Okay. An insider threat performed an activity they are not authorized to perform, whether intentionally or unintentionally. A user performed a malicious activity via social engineering from a threat actor. In such scenarios, it is very important for the SOC analyst to understand the context of the activity and make a judgment call based on their analysis skills and security knowledge. While doing so, the analyst can look at the past behavior of the user or the prevalence of a certain event or artifact throughout the organization or a certain department. For example, if a certain user from the network team is using Wireshark, there is a chance that other users from the same team also use Wireshark. However, Wireshark seen on a machine belonging to someone from human resources or finance should rightfully raise some eyebrows, right? So the correlation. When building the context, the analyst must correlate different events to make a story or a timeline. Correlation entails using the past and future events to recreate a timeline of events. When performing a correlation, it is important to note down certain important artifacts that can then be used to connect the dots. These important artifacts can include IP addresses, machine names, usernames, hashes, file paths, etc. Right? Correlation requires a lot of hypothesis creation and ensuring that the evidence supports that hypothesis. A hypothesis can be something like the user downloaded malware from a spoofed domain. The evidence to support this can be proxy logs that support the hypothesis that a website was visited, the website used a spoofed domain name, and a certain file was downloaded from that website. Now, let's say we want to identify whether the malware executed through some vulnerability in an application or a user intentionally executed the malware. To see that, we might look at the parent process of the malware and the command line parameters used to execute the said malware. If the parent process is Windows Explorer, we can assume the user executed the malware intentionally, right? Or they might have been tricked into executing it via social engineering. But if the parent process is a web browser or a word processor, we can assume that the malware was not intentionally executed, but it was executed because of a vulnerability in the said application, right? Is this a true positive or a false positive? Similar to every SOC, the analysts in the Wareville SOC also need to differentiate TPs from FPs. This becomes especially difficult for them near Christmas, when the analysts face alert fatigue. High chances of misclassification of TPs into FPs and vice versa are present in such times. The analysts, therefore, appreciate any help they could get from us in this crucial time. To make matters worse, the Office of the Mayor has sent the analysts an alert informing them of multiple encoded PowerShell commands run on their systems. Perhaps we can help with that. Okay, so we have a report from the office mayor, right? He has sent the analysts an alert informing us of multiple encoded PowerShell commands run on their systems. Perhaps we can help with that. Let's see. Connection details. So do I need to start the attack box today? No. Do I need to start a VM today? Yes. A virtual machine? Yeah. Is there a split screen available? No. Is there a direct link available? Yes. Am I given credentials to connect directly to the VM via RDP, ANC, or SSH? Negative. To help the analyst, we must start the elastic SIEM in the attached SIEM, right? I'm still having trouble pronouncing this correctly, but I guess SIEM should be good, right? I've heard it be pronounced like that before, so I think SIEM is good. Okay, back to business. To help the analyst, we must start the elastic SIEM in the attacked VM by clicking the Start Machine button below. The instance takes 5 minutes to initialize and for the elastic login page to appear. Once the machine is up and running, we can connect to the elastic SIEM by visiting in your browser using the following credentials. Okay, once we log in, okay, we will be able to actually access this particular domain. And then once we log in, we can click the menu in the top left corner and go to the Discover tab to see the events. All right, I see you. So I'm just waiting. It did say that it will take me 5 minutes, so I'm just gonna try to keep on reading. And just whenever that is ready, I will try to exercise some memory so that I can go through this. So the first thing they're asking me is to go to to this panel, to this hamburger icon, and then basically check the dashboard, check the analytics, and then overview discover. Then we click on discover. According to the alert sent by the mayor's office, the activity occurred on December 1st, 2024, between 0900 and 0930. Okay, we can set this as our time window by clicking the time frame settings in the upper right corner, right? Yeah, note that we need to click the absolute tab. Where's the absolute tab? Oh, I see you. Note that we need to click the absolute tab and set the exact time frame we want to view. Yeah, okay, I see you. Lastly, click the update button to apply the changes. Okay, so after that we should be able to apply all those changes. Let's see if this is working. It's probably. I am starting to think that I will have to. I'm not sure. I don't think so. So it's probably just booting up still, because it's connected to an Nginx server, so it's probably booting up. Kibana server is not ready yet. Yeah, I was just thinking that I might need to edit the etc hosts file, but that's not the case because yeah, just not the case. Let's keep reading. After updating, yeah, we click update to apply the changes. Yeah, right. So we're looking at that particular time frame, and we're looking for the absolute. We're selecting the absolute tab. After updating the settings, we see 21 events in the mentioned time frame. 21. Okay. In their current form, so we should be able to see something like this, right? In their current form, these events don't look very easily readable. Okay, we can use the fields in the left pane. Okay, so these fields to add columns to the results and make them more readable. Hovering on the field name in the left pane will allow adding that field as a column as shown below. Hovering on the field name in the left pane, so just hovering will allow adding that field as a column as shown below. Okay, I guess I will have to find out. I just want to play with this already. Oh, we can play with this finally. It's loading, so let's use elastic and elastic, right? Elastic as the credentials. Don't save them. We're gonna be able to access the elastic dashboard. So after that, we have to click on the hamburger button, right? And from there, we have to click on discover. And then they provided us with a time frame, right? So if I just take this down, okay, wait up. Show dates, last 15 minutes, nope. Quick select, commonly used, no. I want to, previous time window, nope. Show dates, nope. Refresh, inspect options. Okay, let's just go through this again. Okay, so we clicked on the discovered according to the alerts sent by the mayor's office. Yeah, the activity occurred on December 1st, 2024. Okay, so how do I go about selecting that? Absolute December 1st, right? And then between 0900 and 930. Between 0900 and 930. Okay, absolute 900. I'm going to still December 1st, 930. Is that it? Absolute December 1st, 900. Start date. And then how do I set up the end date? December 930. What? Not January, December 930. This one is December 1st, but 900. Okay, now if we click on update, we should get 21 hits. That's right. To apply the changes below. Okay, after updating the sentence, we see 21 events in the mentioned time frame. Yes, we do see them. Now, In the current form, these events don't look very easily readable. We can use the fields in the left pane to add columns to the results and make them more readable. Okay. Hovering on the field name in the left pane will allow adding that field as a column as shown below. Okay. So popular. Where's popular? I don't see popular. Okay. So it's just the same. Available fields. Add field as a column. Oh, okay, I see you. So whatever it is, we can click on here and then we will be able to add that as a column. So that's all right. Let's keep going. These events don't look very easily readable. We can use the fields in the left pane to add columns to the results and make them more readable. Hovering on the field name in the left pane will allow adding that field as a column as shown below. Yeah, right. You hover and then this option pops up and then you can click on it if you want to add that field as a column. I get that. Okay, well, since we're looking for events related to PowerShell, we would like to know the following details about the logs. The hostname where the command was run, we can use the host.hostname field as a column for that. So let's look for that host.hostname field. Yeah, I think it's this one, right? Host.hostname, yeah. Okay, so let's do that. Now the next one is the user who performed the activity. We can add the username field as a column for this information, right? So let's go for username, user.name, yeah. What else? We will add the event category field to ensure we're looking at the correct event category, yeah. Let's look for that and add that as a column, event.category. Now the next one is to know the actual commands run using PowerShell, we can add the process.command line field. Okay, I see you. Process.command line field. Okay, we click on that as well. And now finally, to know if the activity succeeded, we will add the event.outcome. Okay. Okay, that's fun. Okay, we can see now some columns, right? Which help us read more information, or better said, the information relevant to these logs, right? That we're looking for. Okay, so once we have added these fields as columns, we will see the results in a format like this. Yeah, time, hostname, username, yeah, category, yeah, okay, we get that. Okay, what else? Interesting. So it looks like someone ran the same encoded PowerShell command on multiple machines. Okay, encoded command, yes. Hostname, okay, yes, it was run on multiple machines 2 times, right? Event category authentication. Oh, okay, no, only once. Only once, and then there was an authentication which took place successfully, right? As a service admin. Okay, so okay, I see you. Okay, let's keep reading. Looks like someone ran the same encoded PowerShell command on multiple machines. Another thing to know here is that before each execution of the PowerShell command, we see an authentication event, which was successful. Yeah, that's right. The activities observed individually on each machine and the time difference between the logging and PowerShell commands look very precise. The time difference, 9, 12, 36. It's around 11 seconds, right? Yeah, 11 seconds on everyone and each of them, right? 11 seconds. Yeah. Which is odd, right? Wait, no, it's 10 seconds. My bad. Okay, these two 10 seconds, right? So for the, okay, no, my bad. I'm reading it all wrong. Okay, so the authentication took place on the warehouse 10, host at 9, 12, 36 seconds, and then 11 seconds later, it took place the execution of this PowerShell command. Okay. Now, in regards to the other one, there was also this took place 11:35, and then 11 seconds afterwards, we got the execution of that. Now here also, yeah, 11 seconds. But here it changes, right? Here it's 35, and then 42, which is well, yeah, there's still a small window, right, between the authentication and the execution of this command on this machine. So the activities observed individually on each machine and the time difference between the logging and PowerShell commands look very precise. Best practices dictate that named accounts are used for any kind of administrator activity, so that there is accountability and attribution for each administrative activity performed. the usage of a generic admin account here also seems suspicious, right? On asking, the analysts informed us that this account is used by 2 administrators who were not in the office when this activity occurred. Something is definitely not right. Yeah. Are these some of glitch shenanigans? Is Christmas in danger? We need to find out who ran these commands. Okay, let's also add the source.ip field as a column to find out who ran the PowerShell commands. So let's go through the source IP. Let's add that column as well. And now let's check the IP. Wait. Okay, then it's the same IP, right? So there was one individual from that same IP who executed all of these commands on all of the machines, right? Okay. So what now? Let's add, yeah, we added that, so we can see that the same IP was used since the source IP field is only available for the authentication events. We can filter out the process events to see if there's a pattern. Okay. To do that, we can hover over the event category field in one of the process events. Hover over the event category. Okay. We can hover over the event category field in one of the process events. Yeah. And then we'll see the option to filter only for this value plus sign. Okay. So if we go here, filter for value. Okay. Or filter out the value minus sign. Okay, as seen below, let's filter for authentication events by clicking the plus sign beside it to show only those in the results. So we get all those authentications, right? That took place successfully from this particular IP address. All of them on different machines, right? 10 different machines to be precise. All right. So as a result, you can see that the output only renders the authentication events. The output only renders the authentication events. Yeah, since the result does not give useful insights, let's remove it for now. You can do this by clicking the X beside the filter. Where's the X beside the filter? Okay. So do you want me to event category authentication? Here's the X. Okay. Now we go back to how we were looking at this before. Okay. Okay, since the time frame we previously used was for the PowerShell events, and the authentication events might have been coming from before that, we'll need to expand the search to understand the context and the historical events for this user. Let's see if we have any events from the user from the 29th of November to the 1st of December, updating the time filter for these days. The results look like this. Okay, so hold up. Remember to remove the event category filter before this step. Okay, so we already removed all of them filters, I think. So we remove that, and then you're asking me to see if we have any events from the user from the 29th of November, right? To the 1st of December. So by which user are we looking for? Like for the IP? Like we'll need to expand the search to understand the context of the historical events for this user. Yeah, let's see if we have any events from the user from the 29th of December to the 1st. From the 29th of November. So we go back from the 29th, and then we update, right? Updating the time filter for these days, the results look like this. Update. Yeah, we have around 6,000 hits from here, and here 5,000. What time did you place? Oh, 0. Okay. We can also do that. 0. Update. Now we should have more. To be exact, we should have the same number, right? So, okay. Well, there have been more than 6,800 events in these 3 days. Yeah, and we see a spike at the end of the logs. Yeah, we do see a spike. However, even though we use the time filter for the day end on the 1st of December, we see no events after successful PowerShell execution. There have also been a lot more authentication events in the previous days than on the 1st of December. Okay, to understand the events further, let's filter out further for our user.name with service admin and source IP with this to narrow our search. Okay, username with the service admin. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Filter for value, right? What else do we want to do is we want to also with service and source IP with 10.0.0.11.11. This one. Filter for value as well. Yeah, okay, we can see that. We see multiple. Oh, there's been some authentication attempts, right? Which resulted in failure for all of those machines that were later successfully authenticated by this same person using this IP address. And so there's this, all of this almost took place on December 1st, right? So on December 1st, there were multiple attempts to authenticate to these devices. And then after almost 2 hours, more than 2 hours, right? It started at 3:56, the attempts to authenticate, resulting in failure. So 4 a.m. up until when he was successful, it was well, so 5 hours authenticating to these different machines, right? Trying to get it right. To understand the event further, let's filter our username. Yeah, we already did that, and source IP with this to narrow our search. It looks like all these events have been coming from the same user and the same IP address. We definitely need to investigate further. This also does not explain the spike. Let's filter for authentication events first by clicking the plus button beside it. Okay. Authentication event. Okay, filter for value. Okay, we already did that. What else? Moreover, let's filter out the source IP here to see if we can find the IP address that caused the spike. This can be done by clicking the minus button beside it. Let's filter out. Okay. 10.0.11.11. Filter out. Okay. Let's filter out the source IP here to see if we can find the IP address that caused the spike. This can be done by clicking the minus button beside it. After applying the filters, the expected result will be similar to the image below. Not source IP this, yeah, sure. So we get, yeah, we also got this particular IP address, which also has multiple attempts to logging into different machines, right? Including this admin 01 machine. This wasn't before. This wasn't, yeah, you know, a machine that the previous IP authenticated to successfully. So, okay, so what do we do with this? Scrolling down, we see many events for failed logins. Yes, we do. We also see that the IP address for the spike ending in 255.1 differs from the one we saw for the events continuously coming in the previous days. Yeah, okay. The analysts have previously investigated this and found that a script with expired credentials was causing this issue. Okay, however, that script was updated with a fresh set of credentials. Anyhow, this might just be another script. Let's find out. So let's remove the source IP filter so we can focus on authentication events close to the spike. So let's remove the source IP, right? Let's remove the source IP. Uh-huh. All right, removed. So we can focus on authentication events close to the spike. After applying the new filter, we see that the failed logins stopped a little while after the successful login from the new IP. They stopped. How do you look at that? Like, yeah, 3 to 1. 3 to 1, authentication success, success, success. And then Okay, let's remove, but we see that the failed login stopped. They stopped a little while after the successful login from the new IP. Yeah, we see that. There was a successful login. Okay. Our suspicions are rising. Seems that someone tried a brute force attack on December 1st, as shown by the same filters applied to both. So warehouse 10 failure, then somehow it got authenticated to the admin of one machine. And then right after that, right, there were some more failures for all the different machines, and then it started getting success, right? So the results also show that they succeeded with the brute force attempt because of the successful authentication attempt and quickly ransom. Okay, they succeeded with the brute force. Yeah, that's right. Because of the successful authentication attempt and quickly ran some PowerShell commands on the affected machines. Once the PowerShell commands were run, we didn't see any further logging attempts. This looks like a TP, true positive, and there needs to be an escalation so that Max Skydy can help us respond to this incident. So is Christmas in danger? The alarms have gone off, and Max Skydy has been called to help take this incident further. The analysts have briefed Max Skydy about the incident. Max Skydy observed that nobody had actually looked at what the PowerShell command contained. Since the command was encoded, it needs to be decoded. Max Skydy changed the filters with event category process to take a deeper look. So we delete all this. And then we add the event category process to take a deeper look. Yeah, okay, so filter for this value. Encoded command, it's probably base 64, right? The alarms, yeah, okay, process to take a deeper look. So we get 12 hits, yeah, that's right. Process, yeah, okay, we see that. We can see that PowerShell command in the process command line field. Yeah, we can see that, yeah. It's this. Okay, MaxKite knows that encoded PowerShell commands are generally base 64 encoded and can be decoded using tools such as CyberChef. Since the command might contain some sensitive information and therefore must not be submitted on a public portal, MaxKite spins up her own instance of CyberChef hosted locally. Oh, I see. And therefore must not be submitted on a public portal. Yeah, makes sense. MaxKite started by pasting the encoded part of the command in the input pane in CyberChef. So we're gonna do that because we're in a safe environment, right? Otherwise, we would have to host CyberChef locally. So from base 64, right? Maybe two. Looks like we get nothing. Okay, MaxCready knows, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Now, since it's base 64 encoded command, MaxCready uses two recipes from base 64 and decode text. Oh, I see. We also had to add the decode text. I see you. Install Windows Update, accept all, auto reboot. Okay, nasty. Since it's base 64 encoded, yeah, okay. For undecode text from the left pane, note that MaxKite configured the decode text to UTF-16LE, since it is the encoding used by PowerShell for base 64. UTF-16LE. UTF-16LE. Install Windows Update, accept all, auto reboot. So that's a nasty PowerShell command. Okay, Darsul provided a site of relief to MaxKite. Yeah, because this command basically just installs Windows Update and then accepts all and then just tells the machine to reboot, right? Darsul provided a sign of relief to MaxKite, who had feared that the Christmas had been ruined. Someone had to come in to help MaxKite, and the team secured their defenses. But who? Villain or hero? MaxKite further analyzed the secret here and came to a startling revelation. The credentials for the script in the machines that ran the Windows updates were outdated. Someone brute forced the system and fixed the credentials after successfully logging in. It was evident from the fact that each executed PowerShell command was preceded by a successful login from the same source IP, causing failed logins over the past few days. And what's even more startling, it was glitched who accessed admin01 and fixed the credentials after MaxKighty confirmed who owned the IP address, right? So this meant that the people of Wareville had misunderstood Glitch, who was just trying to help shore up the defenses. But if Glitch was the one helping the defenses, who was trying to sabotage it? Was it the mayor who informed the SOC about these suspicious PowerShell commands? Just like alerts aren't always what they seem in the SOC, so was the case here at Wareville with people. As hard as it was to differentiate between a true positive and a false positive, so was the case with the Major and Glitch. However, MaxKighty can perhaps use the evidence-based deduction skills learned in the SOC to make this difference easier for the people of Wareville. So what is the name of the account causing all the failed attempts? The name of the account. Uh, mm, mm, mm. Account. Nope. The name of the account. Do you mean where host? Service admin? Service admin is, oh, it's with an underscore. Yeah. How many failed login attempts were observed? How many failed login attempts were observed? Let's check that out. So filter for value on the authentication for failure. And then 6791. 6791 is how many? Yeah. What is the IP address of Glitch? Oh, the IP address was 10.0.11.11. Wait, what? 10.0.2551. Right? So when did Glitch successfully log on to admin01 format? Okay, we do have that information, right? So let's cancel this filter by failure because we are looking for the success login to the admin01, right? So let's, okay, here. Oh no, this is just the process. Admin01 service authentication success. Yes. So we have that. We also, so it's month, day, year. Month is December. Oh, I think it's just like we have it here. Sorry. No, this is a failure. This one's also a failure. Where's the success? Here. Okay, let's copy all this. Okay, we have that. Okay. December 2024. December 1st, 2024, then the hour. Oh, seconds, yeah. What is that? What is the decoded command executed by Glitch to fix the systems of Wareville? It was this one. Now, if you enjoyed this task, feel free to check out the Investigating with Elk 101 room. Okay, will do. And that's it. That's everything for the day 2 of Cyber Advent of Cyber, right? 2024 from TryHackMe. So that was fun. That was certainly fun. I learned a bit, and yeah, I'll see you guys next in the Advent of Cyber Day 3, which I'm not sure if I will tackle next today or just leave it for tomorrow. Might do it just now, but yeah. Thank you guys for sticking up with me. I'll see you around.